Today in Stadia news, we have two quick headlines to go over, so let's not hesitate and dive right in, and let's begin with one about a possible Google Stream white labeling product that is now out in the wild. As you may remember from the recent Business Insider article, they were talking about Peloton's video game feature that was lane break. According to that article, during the closed testing period, it was being powered through Google Stream, but that title is now available to the public in a few countries. There are a few things that make this story extremely interesting. First up is the fact that we're not entirely sure if this is using Google Stream right now. It's an assumption that we can make based on that Business Insider article, but ultimately whether the deal paid off for both Peloton and Google, we don't really know. As of yet, there's no official confirmation one way or the other. But I will say that if it is running off Google Stream, it does bring up another very interesting question. Peloton's lane break feature is currently available in the US, UK, Canada, Germany, and Australia. That last country doesn't have official support for Stadia as of yet, and that makes me question whether or not they're preparing for it. Let's not forget that at the beginning of the month, Stadia did register itself in Australia. This wouldn't be the first time that they do this, but the last time they did it was back in March of 2019. If Peloton is indeed using Google Stream as their backend for this feature, then it would make sense that they would have some sort of server set up in Australia right now. Whether or not this feature ends up helping Peloton is up in the air. They are struggling financially, but it is cool to see this sort of thing out in the wild, especially after we read that article. Let me know down below whether or not you think this is running off Google Stream and if we'll see Stadia expand to Australia sometime soon. But now let's move on to a big update for Cyberpunk 2077 as patch 1.5 has arrived on Stadia. It's a patch mainly focused on next-gen consoles, but that's not to say that Stadia users aren't in for a treat, because a ton was added with this. You can now buy multiple apartments as well as customize their interior. Appearance customization is now available as well, along with new guns, attachments, scopes, and much more. New poses are also available in photo mode, alongside a bunch of bug fixes in the open world. There are also a ton of improvements when it comes to the driving model, as well as the crowd in the public. That applies to vehicle traffic as well. And then there's finally all the gameplay changes that they've made for balance reasons. What I'm trying to get across is that this patch is huge and it's addressing a lot of the issues that Cyberpunk 2077 launched with. After all, the patch is 48 GB for anyone who needs to download it. Luckily, Stadia users don't have to, and it's available to play immediately. And now for a story that's actually just breaking in while I'm recording this, and that's the fact that a new demo is available on the Stadia storefront. You can check out Chorus for free on Stadia regardless of Stadia Pro membership. This is pretty unexpected and neat to see. Frankly speaking, Chorus is one of the better running games on Stadia, and a title I would highly recommend for anyone who's into the whole space shooter genre. The game runs and plays beautifully on Stadia. I have it myself and I've tried it out, and I can only say fantastic things about it. Definitely an underrated title, and while it is a flight game, don't worry, it's more on the arcadey side and it's pretty accessible. If you've ever been interested in the game, be sure to check it out. And with that, we wrap up this Stadia News Day. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful at all, be sure to hit that like button as it really does help the channel out, and if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. As always, thank you for watching the video. This has been the Virtual Cloud, giving you the latest and greatest on everything cloud gaming and VR related, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.